Welcome back, everybody. I have a very special car with us today. This is the 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale, not toenail, but Tonale Veloce. And this thing is gorgeous. As you can see in this beautiful green paint, which is an extra $2,000 option, it looks pretty stunning. These wheels are also an additional cost, but like the Giulia, I like the style of the discs. I think they're pretty cool. So this is a plug-in hybrid, and all total, between the electric motor and the small gasoline turbocharged motor up front, you get about 286 horsepower, which is plenty to make this little compact SUV scoot right along. It's very fun to drive. You can definitely feel the Italian blood and the Alfa Romeo heritage in this car. I wasn't sure if this was actually made in Italy because there is some crossover with I can definitely distinctly feel some Jeep Compass parts in it and how it drives a little bit. But I am pleased to report that it is made in Italy, which is kind of cool. So this is a pure Italian Alfa Romeo, their newest model. Again, not the toenail, but the Tonale. So let me take you on a tour of the exterior, show you the interior, take you for a drive, give you some of my impressions. I've actually been able to put about 700 miles on this car, so a fair number. And I've gotten to be pretty familiar with it, and I gotta say, it's pretty great. So let's go for a drive. All right, so starting off in the 2024 Alfa Romeo Tonale Veloce. Let's go for a quick drive. Like I said, I've driven this for 700 miles now, so I've become pretty familiar with it and how it drives and what it's like to drive. And just a couple observations I've noticed. This drives really nice. And I've heard some people say, it's just a Jeep Compass, and I can definitely feel part of that, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it also feels like so much more than that. This is pretty sporty and very agile. Like, I haven't driven the other Alphas that are out there right now, at least in the States, right? Like the Giulia. I've heard that they're amazing, but especially with their handling. I haven't driven them, so I can't compare to those. But I will say, I've driven the Compass a lot, and this is like nothing like it. It's in a league of its own. Like, it feels really great. It's very sharp. The throttle is downright punchy. And like I said, when the electric motor, the batteries all charged up, it combined with this little, I believe it's a 1.5, maybe even a 1.3 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, makes 286 horsepower, I believe, which is pretty crazy, which leads me to my next thing. This is definitely smaller than you're probably expecting. It's really compact in here, and 4 adults can definitely fit. I'm 5'9", and sitting behind myself, I still have a couple inches of knee room. But it's small, and it will feel cramped with 4 adults in here. But it's like that size and the power that's there, which is probably more than what you're expecting, really makes this thing feel like pretty tossable and pretty sharp. It's actually pretty fun to drive, what you'd hope it would be coming from Italy and being an Alfa. Compact size, the fuel economy, with the battery, of course, is impressive, but once that battery is depleted, just know, like on long freeway trips, for example, we drove this home from Colorado. We were at the Rocky Mountain Driving Experience for a group of journalists from the Rocky Mountain region. And anyway, we drove it back from Colorado to Utah, and we averaged like 26, 27 miles per gallon, which was honestly a little disappointing. It wasn't like nearly as good as I thought it would be. But again, like, these things are really meant to excel around town, urban environments. You plug it in every day. And if you're plugging it in every day at home and charging it up, this has about 33 miles of all electric range, which is pretty sweet. But also, that battery just really adds some extra oomph to the power, which makes it pretty fun to drive. I love the displays. I think they look very clean. I love the digital gauge cluster. I think it looks cool. It looks kind of like a little retro, but I like how it looks. It gives you nice menu, so you can see some good information there. AC works fantastic. And I gotta just say, though, the main standouts for this and why you'd want to buy it are, first, this emerald paint. This green paint is just incredible. It's $2,000, but I think it's totally worth it. I just got to say this, of all the cars I've driven and had in the last, year, 2 years, especially press cars, none of them have had as much attention as this has. Everybody, especially women, like when they're driving past, that's just an observation. Maybe it's not true, but it's just my observation. It seems like every single time, like you'll get like looks, people like bending their neck to look at this thing. And it's maybe a combination of the paint and just like the grille, which is, unusual. You don't see that many Alfa Romeos, at least here in Utah. And so if you're looking for something different and that's going to be very sporty, fun to drive, adaptive dampers, plug-in hybrid, and looks like pretty posh and like classy and just cool, people are like, what is this? This is awesome. As a bonus, you get these amazing moose antler. These are actually probably my favorite paddle shifters I've ever seen. They feel incredible. Whatever metal they're made out of, I think they're maybe magnesium, but awesome. Anyway, if those things, yeah, see, there's two girls staring at this thing right now. They love it. Not me, the car. If those things are appealing to you, I'd say go for it. This thing's pretty sweet. Now that does bring me to the price tag. And the price is, this one's fully loaded. In fact, let me pull over and I'll tell you some of the options that it has here. So the base price for this guy, the Alfa Tonale, sorry, I said it, oh my gosh. The Alfa Tonale Veloce all-wheel drive base price starts at $47,495. The total price here is $58,990. Not cheap for sure. This does have that extra paint, which is an extra $2,200. The premium perforated leather, ventilated seats, all that's $2,500. Active assist package is another $2,000. Then you've got power moonroof, $1,200, and then you've got these special 20-inch 5-hole wheels, another $2,000. So that adds up quickly. And then with the destination, of course, 59 grand basically. So if you've got the money, and again, like you're looking for those things that I already mentioned, go for it. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed. This thing's pretty cool. Like it looks so cool. Again, it's fun to drive. You plug it in, it makes good power. It's very quick, especially like with how small it is. It's really nimble. And I gotta say too, we were caught in some very, like seriously, torrential rain for probably like at least 100 miles on the way home from Colorado in this thing. And this has the Michelin Pilot Sport for all seasons, I believe is what they are. And they did fantastic. It was so cool and so reassuring just to have grip and control of the car, even when there was like a lot of standing water on the road. So anyway, props to Michelin for making such great tires, as we all know. Anyway, hope that helps, guys. Let me know what you think about the Tonale. It's hard to not say Tonale in the comments, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.